You also disagree on, you don't think fat women are inherently less valuable because everyone's got a type and some people's type is fat bitches.
100%. So my cousin will only date fat girls. That's his type. It's what he likes. He has curved, beautiful, skinny women. So like, you know, it could be your standard and it would be my standard.
Do you think it's most men's standard?
Sure. But there's definitely a good portion of them that like
there's
girls.
enough out there, I suppose, if you have a big enough population. But you're saying when it comes to this value conversation, so I don't think we're talking about like their value as a human being. We're talking about their value in the dating and sexual marketplace.
Yeah,
is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, there are some guys that place value on that. That is what they are sexually attracted to specifically.
But so if we're talking about less valuable, more valuable, let's say there's a greater proportion of men who value women who are fit or who are thin, and while there are some men who will value an obese woman, that tends to be less than men who value thin, fit women. So couldn't you just make the argument then that they are less valuable in the dating marketplace?
I guess if we're doing statistics, yes. Like, but
it
should be clarified in that way. Like, to most men, they're going to be less valuable. But there's always going to be somebody that's into anything.
I don't think anybody ever really makes the argument that man.
I don't understand. Aren't you a laissez-faire libertarian?
That would be your assessment.
Are you a laissez-faire libertarian?
Give me a specific example.
Do you believe in the economic model of laissez-faire economics? So like anarcho-capitalism, something like this?
No.
Well, what sort of economic model do you ascribe to?
I support capitalism.
Okay, so capitalism. So just take basic capitalism, supply and demand, right?
Yes.
Do you think that there's more men or less men demanding fat women?
I mean, like, we would have to take a poll, but my assumption is that there would be less women into it, obviously.
Okay, so
but I'm just saying we can't make broad statements.
Wait, if there's
for
less
everyone.
demand for something inside of your economic theory, then it's less valuable, right?
Yeah, in that context.
So then they're less valuable. Glad we got that cleared up.
I mean, fair. But that's not how it was like laid out when I was listening to some of them. It seemed like a fat woman is not valuable, but if you can say she's less valuable in the dating market, I think that's fair.
Well, if we're having a conversation about dating, that is the context. And me and Andrew tend to make sort of these disclaimers when we're talking about value. We're not talking about your value as a human being, as a person, but we are typically specifically talking about in the dating marketplace.
Yeah, but even within that, there's still going to be some guys. But that's the only point that I was making.
I don't think we disagree there. Andrew, I'm sure you'd agree that we don't disagree that there will be men who find obese women attractive.
Yeah, right. We're just talking about some basic supply and demand. So just like any marketplace, the dating marketplace would be a marketplace, right? It's no different than an electronics marketplace, a tobacco marketplace, whatever it is. The higher the demand for something, right?
Yeah,
usually it's more valuable because more people demand it. So this would be the same thing when you're talking about types of women, this type of thing.
Yeah,
you would
fair.
agree to that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.